Alright, so today's video we have a gold 5 on Moira playing King's Row. They says that they were on a losing streak leading up to this game. They don't know why they lost, even though they had higher damage than the opposing team and got play of the game. They blame their teammates for not doing anything, but apparently we'll see real quick what's actually happening. That was impressive. High value orb, not bad. Team comp's pretty good. Huge purple. Nice reaction. Be careful of being in the front line for a second. Just play safe for a second. Okay, there you go. All right, that floor. There you go. You healed him. Nice. Good job. You're Orisa. You have an Orisa. You have an Orisa. Your Orisa needs to be healed there. I don't know what that was all about. Maybe somebody was. Okay, I want you to focus a little bit more on keeping your Orisa alive. And I know you're trying to save resources by doing the burst heal thing, which is fine. But when they're that low, you want to kind of just keep them up, and then you can, like, just use your orb, watch your resources. It's going to be pretty good if you just get good orbs. Okay. Ult right after you get it. Counter ult. Nope, don't ult. Once your life fever used tree, I would have liked to see you save that, but... A good start. Okay. What rank is this? I forgot already. I think a gold? Gold. Gold 5. Wait for it. Mav, thank you for the free sponsor. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you said it was like your team was doing nothing. I feel like your team was playing fine. I guess I see it differently sometimes with like what I would consider my teammates doing fine with. Like you have a 2.5 minutes off the clock already. Like you have 2.5 minutes off the clock. Wait, sorry. About to be 3 minutes on first point held. Your teammates are getting picks. Like I feel like so far your team's fine. Like, I don't see anything where I'm like, oh, what is your team doing? Like, they're playing pretty well. You have almost 5 ults again. Like, there's a minute left on the clock. Like, obviously, you're not going to hold this, but I don't know. Also, when they have a diva, try to time your orbs a little bit better. They can eat your orbs, so give them a little bit to, like... Everything's fine here. Nice. Heal your team. Don't heal the point. Heal your team. Okay, so you need to commit with your teammate and like over left side. You had free limbs here. There was 2 free limbs on D.Va and Kiriko. But then you went back to the point, started healing the point randomly, and then now you're back to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just went to the point and started randomly healing people. Oh, good luck. Hide. Just hide. There you go. I mean, your Orisa couldn't hide because they had to stay on the point. Oh, what a hinder. Okay, just to pause very quickly because I want to talk about how you mentioned how your teammates, you know, they weren't doing anything. Instead of like, I want to point out you had a really, 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 really good first point hold, in my opinion. You had an excellent first point hold. And the only reason why your team lost that is because when you went into this left room, rather than kill the D.Va and the Kiriko for free, you went back to the point, started healing the floor, and then got rolled. And then your team still almost won the team fight. So, have you had a sextuple kill this patch? Did you have it with Mauga by any chance? Yeah, Mauga has a glitch where when you use... I love how you walked in front of the Torbs, getting pulled back to get healed. That's tough. Yeah, Mauga has a glitch when you use your ultimate. It will count, like, if you watch when you get one limb in the cage, it will say it's a double kill. That's how you can get a 6 double kill, is if your teammates... If Mauga uses ult. I don't know what causes that, but there's something with the interaction with the cage. Be aggressive with your ult in 3, 2. That's even better. I'm even better with that timing. I was giving you some leeway. Be patient with this. Just say, yeah, aim down middle. You're good. Don't even... By the way, in that situation, I know you see the Mercy, but I think that if you just aim down the left-hand side, you probably have multiple limbs. And I'm not saying that if I was playing Moira. You know my favorite part about the Moira waving hello right there is the Genji died, but the Genji, like, on our screen was here, and you waved hello to the floor over here. Maybe the Moira is starting to, like, heal the floor and stuff. And you were just waving hello to the full HP floor. I'm gonna say, waving hello to the floor right there when you don't see the Genji on your screen definitely doesn't help to just healing random people on point.
Anytime.
You know?
Receive my aid.
A Diva guide? Yeah. If you go to my first channel, look up Diva matchup, something like that. People liked it. It was good feedback. It's not going to be a full guide, but it should be pretty helpful if you're just learning the basics of Diva, like what's good, what's bad, how to play. So. Oh, huge damage orb. By the way, you were wondering how you ended up with the most damage in the lobby? Damage orbs like that or how that's going to happen. This is play of the game right here, by the way. Remember them? They said they got play of the game? That's what you call a team effort play of the game. That was play of the game, I guarantee it. All right, here we go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Behind you.
That we should fail. Stop reasonable explanation.
You're staggering yourself, by the way. I don't know how this is gonna go, but you're making a bunch of noise. They know you're here. You're gonna peek around the corner in a second. They're all gonna be looking at you. I mean, there's literally a Mercy shooting at you before you even peek. So what's the plan here?
Misery made manifest.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
I can't believe your teammates are doing nothing right now. Why aren't they over there with you in spawn all the way over here? Listen, sometimes you just... Listen. It always feels like you don't get King's Row enough, so when you... No, but here's the thing, chat. Doesn't it feel like you don't get King's Row enough? So sometimes you just want to enjoy the scenery of the map. See how everything's looking. Enjoying the... Exactly. Someone said the good old King's Row stroll. Look around the map. Enjoy it. Like, let it sink in that you're playing King's Row before you get your next 7 push maps in a row. You might not like push, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just want to, just enjoy the map.
You cannot escape me.
Wonderful. I swear, if you back up again, I swear. You go to that cart right now. There we go. Perfect. Do not... If you back away one more time here. Just, that cart is where you're gonna... Okay. Here we go. All right, now you're gonna... By the way, this playstyle sometimes can actually work as Moira if the team gets distracted, but the team doesn't care. They're all on cart. You can see the cart. You can jump up to the window if you use Fade on the stairs. All right, we're gonna take the... Oh, yeah, you're really enjoying the map. Okay, here we go.
The payload is moving. Perhaps we should stop it.
I have to ask you a question at this point. Who are you healing? I just have to ask, because, like, there's nobody there? So, like, you're not healing yourself. So, when you're...
This ends now.
Fire at will. Cannot escape me. In mere moments, we will reign triumphant.
It's Hanu.
Surrender to my will.
What in the world was any of that?
Great minds are always persecuted. Receive my aid.
I didn't know where to go with that. I can't believe your team held that. I don't even know. I'm speechless because I don't know what just happened. I don't even know where to start with that one because I just don't. It's when you weren't with your team for like a point and a half. And then you said your teammates weren't doing anything, and that you get the most damage. Then it's like, yo, your teammates aren't getting healed, so then they can't do damage. So then you're the only one who's gonna do damage when you throw Moira orbs. Then you're like healing the walls, and then like you did the Moira outplay, and then it worked, but then it didn't. And then your teammates held, and then I'm just baffled. I'm actually at the point of I am baffled with like This is why, like, I wouldn't look at that and go, oh, I have the most damage, play of the game. Why do we not win in these games? Like, that whole sequence of events is like, don't do that. Die in the cart and then just, like, work with your video. Work with your video, work with your team. There we go. Hopefully a better half here. Remember, this is all about the damage output, right? Healing the turret. Listen, let the Moira heal the turret, okay? Because what if it does heal him? What if they added that in a patch and we never know? Chat, let me ask you a question. Have you limit tested to see if you could heal a turret in it since the patch? I don't think so. Guess what? Now you know you can't. Because what if they added that in randomly and didn't add it to the patch notes? Just saying. Now you know. Now you know. So there's something that you're doing, and I don't know why you're doing it. It's like you almost hit your heal on accident, so you start healing randomly. Or you like make it a part of like almost like a rotation, like you feel like you have to do damage into a heal even if you're not even near somebody. Like you're healing the bus and the floor. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it feels like you almost have this, like, you've made a habit out of just like, oh, I'm gonna right-click and heal. Doesn't matter if they're low, if there's anybody near you, you just like make it a part of a rotation. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like, right?
Eyes open now.
Surrender to my will. No.
The point is vulnerable. Let us take
I had to pause for 1 second because you said why aren't they like being more accurate with their orbs for more value? Okay, I'm gonna give you here's a live POV of my Moira healing orb. You ready? All right, I'm gonna heal you. Zarya. I'm gonna throw an orb at you. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, here comes the orb. Boom. All right, sorry, my orb decided to bounce off the ground even though I threw it at the middle of the... Okay? That is my healing Moira orbs. I'm just saying. Am I wrong? Like, that, I don't know why. You want to know? They had to get rid of Horizon Lunar Colony as a map because I was accidentally healing people on that map. Thank you, Drog. I appreciate it. Show some love, chat.
cannot escape me. Thank you. A pleasure. This was a triumph.
Yeah, but the damage orb follows you around, except my damage orbs. I throw my damage orb, and it doesn't... I just hear the tick sound for 1/10 of a second.
A sip for the parched.
There's a range to your heals. Be a little bit careful of, like, spamming that. I know you've done, like, a decent job of keeping your resources, but, like, your Zarya needs help. Yeah, they're a little bit out of position, but you don't need to be there. Like, just move up a little bit. Inner Demon, thanks for the feature sponsor. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like, move up a little bit. Work with your team. Don't throw a there it is. I actually feel like it's a part of a rotation. I think what happens is you use your right click and then you go into a heal after. Regardless of what's happening. That's what you do. It's like a rotation. I want you to try to get out of that mindset a little bit. Like, it depends how much damage your team is taking, but you're wasting a lot of just, like, random left clicks on absolutely nothing. And then when your teammates need it, you're in the back just chilling. So this is more about, like, finding the right pacing for you and also just kind of, like, recognizing that balance between healing and damage. You're almost, like, trying to balance it, but you're not even, you're just doing it randomly. There's, like, no rhyme or reason to it. Does that make sense? Ooh, that could be a good orb. Nice. Go for the Mercy, though. You know the Mercy might try to... Oh, actually, no. Yours already did. Good job. Okay, you tried healing the cart. The cart looks like... Yes, it's at full HP. That's the HP right there. You see this right here? See? Cart looks good. Yes, you're good. Okay. Go up here.
With the payload, Bugamish. Be nourished.
All right, next question for you, Moira. You ready? What's more beneficial? Pushing the cart 4 meters to here? Or going with your team, committing your play here, and then ulting? What's a better play? Sometimes if you get the cart to here, you can leave the cart to go win. Instead, you're over here, and you're worrying too much about that stuff. You have the mobility to work with your team. Now you're by yourself. Do not ult. I knew they were gonna ult. I saw it coming from a mile away. So I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of this has to do with, like, you just need to start to kind of focus on what you want to do at the time. As in, like, okay, my teammates are down 3. I'm not gonna ult this. Okay, my teammates are on cart. They're not taking damage. I can throw a damage orb above. I can play a little bit more aggro. I can do this. My teammates are playing over here. I can be with them. I can make an aggressive play. Not... I'm going to play solo by myself and then say my teammates aren't doing anything. You're just doing a lot of, like, almost like solo playing and not really working with your team as much. And, like, you're doing, like, some good plays, but a lot of it's just, like, you're not really focused on anything else but, like, just that healing orb. Things like that, it feels like you're just hitting buttons to hit buttons. And I think that's kind of the problem. You know what I mean? That's orbs going in the right direction, so we'll take that. Also, if you feel like you want your teammates to help you on a target, use the ping system, right? I mean, good healing orb is going to heal people. Okay, I will say that's on your Bastion. Your Bastion stood in front of a Bob on top of a Kitsune instead of walking through a doorway. That's on your Bastion. You saw about the drops? Say, I think drops go till, like, Tuesday, these set of drops, so you're fine. I don't want to worry about that. I'll be streaming a ton during them, so don't you worry. What rank is this? Gold? Oh! I say that because that... I say that, my reaction to that is this because, by the way, chat, I want to show you something. This is a tip that I've shown people before, but if you don't know it, I'm going to show you this. See how Lifeweaver used tree right there? See the Sigma ult? If the Lifeweaver had used their tree, like right here, after the Sigma ulted, it would cancel the ultimate. So if you put your tree on the center here to block LOS, same with, like, Lifeweaver Petal, it stops the ultimate. So if your tree lands, like, right here, or if you throw a Petal there, obviously the cart's in the way a little bit, that will block Sigma ultimate, just so you know. It blocks Sigma ult completely, and you can't do anything. You can do that with both the Petal and the Lifeweaver tree. How do I know this? It's happened to me many times as Sigma when I play against a Lifeweaver. Yep. I mean, they going good. How about yours? Yeah, that's the play. I would say Lifeweaver is by far one of the hardest counters to Sigma Ultimate. Like, I actually prefer when there's a BAP lamp in my ult than a Lifeweaver using tree on it, because at least there's an opportunity for follow-up. The tree just stops the ult completely and they can push in. So. Is that intentional? Yeah. Yep. Alright, your team. See the balance of, like, where your team's at? Get up there with your Zarya. Get up there with your... You talk about how your teammates aren't doing anything. But, like, you need to enable your teammates to do stuff, too. Like, your teammates are creating space for you and making things easier on you as a team. right? And you're not going for like these, like you're not even giving them the opportunity to make these plays. Your Zarya's full charge. They're in front of a team that's kind of like on their back foot, backing away to the point. You've already full held. Like you take that space and that aggression with your team. Maybe there's an off chance you go in there and get rolled, but like you need to be able to see those plays happen to know if you're going to get rolled or not. So if you're just playing the way that you are, you're never going to see if you can make like good plays off of that. You're just sitting back in the middle, healing random walls, and then if they're in front of you on accident, you heal them, and if they're not, you're doing your own thing. So what you really need to do is kind of take a step back and focus on the teamwork aspect of the game and enabling your teammates, because what I always say is, if you enable your teammates to pop off, you're going to enable yourself to pop off. Does that make sense? That's how I do it. Especially as a tank player, you pretty much have to. Oh yeah, no, I know, I saw the Life Weaver. At this point, I'm just... Throw a damage orb in there, by the way. Throw a damage orb. Good damage orb. I only say that because they're in that small hallway, so you're gonna get good value. Great damage orb. I'm going to pause very quickly because someone in the chat says there's no way someone who plays like that will get better. I actually disagree with you. I actually think sometimes, and maybe this is just like my perspective on this, but I feel like sometimes when you're able to kind of see these things happen, it goes from like, oh, I'm playing perfect, what are my teammates doing, to going like, wait a second, I need to take a step back and look at this and improve on that one. I'll give you an example. In scrims and matches, I definitely find that I take a bit too much poke damage. When we finally had like a bit of a VOD review and like feedback, it was like, hey, yeah, like we're taking too much poke. So I said, oh, wait, I've been playing tank fairly fine in the scrims until I realized I'm taking too much poke damage and it's making it harder for my supports. So I take that advice, I go, okay, thought I was playing fine on it, and then I realized I'm taking too much poke damage. I minimize the poke damage. We go from losing a map to winning the map because I'm recognizing that I am taking too much damage on that, even though beforehand I was taking too much poke damage without really recognizing it because my supports keep me up, but I'm draining all of the resources they have. You see what I'm saying? So every player is capable of like improving. Like it's recognizing where to improve at. I think one of the hardest parts in Overwatch, because there's so many different aspects, is that where do you start? That's the first question, and that's how it goes. You said capable, yes. Are they going to? No. Here's the best part. We have a series called Where Are They At Now? So if they take this advice, and I've seen Brackus in the chat before, if they take this advice and they go in and adapt it, you know, 3 months later, 4 months later, maybe they submit a VOD for Where Are They Now, and next thing you know, they're in plat, and they're not doing what you're seeing now. You see what I'm saying? You gotta give it time. It doesn't happen overnight either. Improvement doesn't happen overnight with that stuff. You gotta give it time, one day at a time. Here we go. I'm not saying they're playing perfect by any means. I mean, Chad has seen how I'm reacting to some of this.
I've dealt with cynics before.
All right. So I want to slow it down here for a second. With you, I need you to kind of like, I want you to look at this gameplay. I want you to see a lot of what you're not doing correctly. First step, better usage of your heals. Let's stop getting into the mindset of I'm going to randomly right click and then I'm going to heal the wall. I want you to focus on why you're healing, who you're healing. Are my teammates playing aggressive? Can I get to them? If you can get to them safely, go play with your teammates. Enough of just standing in the middle doing nothing. Enough of, oh, my orb's up. Let me throw a healing orb off the floor. Let me throw a damage orb that won't get value. You said that you had the most damage, play the game, etc. None of that's going to matter if you consistently keep playing that way, right? Because what you're doing is you have to rely on the other team to make even more mistakes than you're making, and that is not a good way to win games in Overwatch. So you need to take a step back with that, go a little bit slower with how you do your gameplay, you know what I'm saying? And then kind of go from there. I think if you take that step back on that and start to like work on that, you're going to see improvement. But right now, you're kind of just standing in the middle, not doing much, and you're seeing the result of it. It just isn't going well. Your tank isn't getting healed. The wall probably got more heals than the tank. I think the floor might have gotten more heals than your other support, right? Like, there's so many things that happen that when you watch this back, I hope that you can kind of see that stuff and go, okay, I need to minimize these by 30%, and the next thing you know, you're winning 20% more of your games. I love throwing random numbers out there because it's fun. Start with that, and you'll see improvement. But obviously, this is a bit tough, and I would absolutely say without a doubt, this was not your teammates doing nothing. I felt like your teammates were playing fairly well. There's a lot that you can improve on your side before you even start to begin to worry about what your teammates are doing. If you like this video, make sure to the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. If you want to submit your own spectate and look in the description below, you'll see my Discord where you can submit those. Also, leave a comment too, all that stuff. We also record these live on stream, so if you want to stop by, if you look below the webcam, you can see the Twitch chat right there. We have a lot of fun. I don't know when this video is uploaded, but if it's before Tuesday of this upcoming week, the drops are going still, so make sure to get your drops, which is the Reaper skin. And outside of that, I hope you all have an amazing day / night.